All right, so you should have just watched these videos, the intro video for word gaps, and then Dad Guesses Teen Slang and Baloney Picture Book. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take these notes on here. So the last box that you have, you're going to write down word gaps. It's our last one. And then we're going to go ahead and just write down what these two things are, and then I'll talk about them. So we have Dad Guesses Teen Slang. And then we also have Baloney. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Baloney. It's a picture book. All right, so go ahead and write those down, and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about them a little bit. So I hope that you guys thought it was kind of funny, and maybe some of the words you guys knew. Some of the words I don't know. I learned about them last year when I did this with my students. But Dad Guesses Teen Slang. It was pretty funny to see what his guesses were, and then the reaction of the girl. So I'm sure this maybe happens in your household. Maybe you say a word and your parents are like, huh? Or maybe your parents say a word and you're the same way, like, okay, what does that mean? So you want to make sure that you stop and ask those questions, because if you don't understand, you need to stop until you do understand. Okay? And then we had Baloney as a picture book. Baloney it's a fun little book. The pictures obviously do help as well for you to understand what's going on. But all those different words that were in there, they meant certain things. And as you kept reading and you looked at the pictures and you used the information given to you, you were able to figure out what all of those words meant. If you weren't, you needed to kind of just stop for a minute and go, wait a minute, what does that mean? And go back and see if you can find it in the book using the picture clues, that kind of thing. Okay? So that's word gaps. Again, words that you do not know, it's unknown to you. It could be words or phrases. And then you need to stop and ask yourself, what does this mean? How can I figure out what this word means? And then after you figure it out, how does it help you to better understand the text that you're reading or the information that's being given to you? All right? Okay. The last thing that you guys are going to do is you are going to take a picture of page 13, which again, you should have all 5. You should have contrast and contradiction, extreme or absolute language, numbers and stats, quoted words, and word gaps. You should have all 5 of those on this page. You're going to take a picture of the entire page, and then you're going to put that picture right here on this slide. So I know that you've taken all of those notes and that you've watched those videos and you kind of understand the difference between all of the nonfiction signposts. Okay? Outside of that, the last thing you guys need to do is make sure that you are reading, and I really do hope that you are reading at home. If you are not reading at home, you need to make sure that you do that, because you're going to get a little bit behind and you're going to come across a lot of word gaps as you get into higher level grades. So make sure that you're continuing to read. It will help you in all subject areas, not just reading. In every subject you read, and you have to comprehend, you have to understand what's going on, and reading is very, very important. So if you're just skipping by and going, yeah, I'm reading, and just writing it down, it's going to show up later. And maybe not this year, but probably next year, and you're going to get behind. So I want to make sure that you are actually reading. So I know that you guys are honest individuals and you actually are reading. So just continue to keep reading and continue to keep writing that on your reading documentation page, back starting on page 90 in your notebook. I have not been doing that, but you should, because I record in a different way. But you guys should. This is what we did in the very beginning of the year. But you guys should have a good chunk of these done. I would say you should have at least page 90 done. I mean, at least. 91 should almost be done. Maybe some of you are on the back. You're on page 92. But this should be pretty filled in. So if it's not, you need to keep reading. Okay? All right. So make sure you do that. And then once you have done that, you should be good to go. Go through this, make sure you've done all those things, and then you can submit this assignment, and all is well. Okay? All right. I'll see y'all later.